Hello and welcome to the review of TCL 55 C745 TV from the 2023 lineup. This is a mid-range 4K Ultra HD TV positioned below the C805 and above the C645 model. Compared to its predecessor C735, the new model has a full array local dimming and can reach higher peak luminance, which should improve image quality for both SDR and HDR content. Is that the case in reality, and what are my impressions after the test? Let's find out. C745 shares a similar design to C735 with a thin dark grey bezel and central stand. The bezel is made of metal and the stand is made of plastic. The Onkyo logo was removed, so the only marking that remains is TCL's logo at the center below the screen. Below the logo is an additional panel with a status LED, a built-in microphone that you can toggle on and off, and an ambient light sensor. TV has uniform thickness when viewed on the side, with all connectors facing to the side and with basic cable management implemented. The cables are routed through the center with a rubber strip, and then they go in the openings at the back of the stand. Once the cables are inside, a cover is placed on top of them to fix them in position. Physical connectors are as follows: 4 HDMIs, 1 USB 2.0, antenna and satellite inputs, Toslink, Ethernet, analog inputs via the supplied adapter, 3.5mm headphone jack, and a common interface. The connector for the power cable is side-facing as well, but it is positioned on the opposite side. The TV has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I've tested Bluetooth connection with several devices and all of them were working fine. The connection was stable without any delays or interruptions. C745 comes with a remote control which has an updated design and button layout compared to last year. It uses infrared and Bluetooth technologies and has dedicated buttons for different apps at its bottom. The remote worked well, though I would prefer that input and quick menu buttons are closer to the navigation, since it takes some time to find them without looking. Just like the C735, the C745 comes with Android TV 11 with Google TV interface. No major changes here. The main interface is defined by Google, and it is fast and easy to use. The customizable quick menu offers useful controls without going deeper into the menus. Settings menus are the same as last year. There is a built-in user manual and a dedicated game menu with gaming-related options. Now we come to the most interesting part: picture quality. Last year I was brief in this section, since C735 didn't offer anything significantly better or different compared to C728. This year the situation is different. Thanks to local dimming, higher peak luminance and quantum dot technology, C745 delivers a more impressive HDR picture, regardless if you're watching HDR10, HDR10 Plus or Dolby Vision. The 55-inch version has 120 dimming zones in a 12x10 configuration, and I've measured over 800 nits on 25 and 50% windows. In the specifications, it is stated that the TV should reach 1000 nits, but even in vivid or sports modes, I could not achieve it. Another interesting thing is the chart for peak luminance versus window size. For some reason, TCL decided to make the brightest image at 25 and 50% windows, while smaller sizes reach lower values. This could explain why in some HDR scenes the specular highlights didn't appear as bright as expected for the TV that can reach over 800 nits. For all types of content, you can select one or more accurate picture modes that are very close to calibrated condition. If you have calibration equipment, you can fine-tune the colors. There are many picture controls available, and all were working fine except for 20-point white balance, which wasn't reacting as it should for all levels. Still, 2-point controls are sufficient to achieve highly accurate grayscale. The updated picture processor offers finer tuning of dynamic tone mapping for HDR10 content, so you can choose if you want to see more details in highlights, a brighter picture with fewer details, or something in between. There is also an option for you to manually input peak luminance value, so that tone mapping is done more precisely, and you can also disable HDR, which is not an option I see often on modern TVs. TV does not suffer from global dimming, so the objects remain with constant brightness regardless of APL or average picture level. Screen uniformity was very good and the dirty screen effect was barely noticeable. Motion resolution was on the same level as on C735. You will see more details in moving scenes if you enable blur reduction, and if you want soap opera effect, there is an option for that as well. Typical for VA panels, motion resolution gets worse in darker scenes. A small complaint goes towards the interface in the picture menus. For many controls, it occupies almost half of the screen, so it is not easy to evaluate the impact as it is when adjusting, for example, brightness or gamma. It was great to play games on this TV thanks to the qualities mentioned before, plus the fact that game mode has accurate colors like movie mode by default. There is an updated game dashboard with information about the current signal and additional options, but you cannot access it through the settings menu, but only by long pressing the button on the remote. For sure, I would put a shortcut in the menus and place a dedicated game button on the remote. In addition, to get a 144Hz refresh rate, you have to use HDMI port number 1, and for full color resolution, use PC picture mode. While picture quality has been upgraded, sound quality is the same as on C735. The TV has two down-firing full-range speakers which will be fine for casual listening, but if you want a wider soundstage, more bass and more sound altogether, invest at least in a soundbar or even better, an AV receiver and at least 5.1 speaker configuration. HDMI ERC was working fine during the test, with formats such as Dolby Atmos and IMAX DTS-X reaching the LG SC9S soundbar. The built-in media player supports modern video and audio formats, and you can play both Dolby and DTS soundtracks through it. Clearly, for more flexibility and customization, use Kodi, which you can find in the Google Play Store. With the C745 model, TCL is clearly showing that the time has come for a full array local dimming to make its way to the mainstream TV segment. TCL has been improving their TVs year after year, and they did a big upgrade with the newest model. It will be interesting to see how the C805 model will perform, since it offers more precise local dimming thanks to the mini LED backlight. Currently, I see that model going for €600 for a 55-inch screen size, which is an incredible deal. Overall, the C745 offers all the qualities of the C735 plus better HDR and contrast, so it is a great choice for a wide range of users. With that, it is highly recommended from my side. What is your opinion about this TV? Do you own it or are you considering getting it? Let me know in the comment section. I would like to thank TCL Europe for sending me this TV for testing and the LG office in Croatia for lending me the SC9S soundbar. Thanks for watching and I wish you a great day.